A very good and happy Friday morning to everyone out there. We've officially made it to the end of the work week again. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather and forecast, courtesy of our friends at On Target. We've got this stationary front that's meandering across the great Commonwealth of Kentucky early this morning. Had some pop-up showers and storms trucking off here in central and eastern Kentucky early this morning, as well as down to our south, across portions of the Tennessee and Mississippi Valley. We look to be dry for the most part again today, but like yesterday, we might have a few pop-up showers and storms that could be impacting the region. All right, let's get things kicked off. Overlooking the D93 Skycam, Bowling Green. Got a little bit less cloud cover than what we were experiencing out there this time yesterday. We're expecting more of the same here, folks, as we progress throughout the day and on throughout the weekend with oppressive heat and humidity that is set to absolutely dominate the forecast. Looking over our Barren River Lake Skycam, courtesy of Proclaim Broadcasting. Beautiful view of the state dock there on Barren River Lake early this morning. Got some haziness out there, still got some meandering fog, especially those locations that received those pop-up storms there yesterday. Plenty of moisture to work with as we progress into the start of our Friday here. Getting a look at what the current readings are, we have got readings holding right around the upper 60s and lower 70s region-wide. Folks, we're going to be pushing highs up to right around the mid-90s this afternoon. We're going to be looking at the opportunity of triple-digit heat indices as well, and those chances are only going to increase throughout the entirety of the weekend, even on into the early days of next week before we finally expect some sort of relief to arrive here in the form of a passing cold front. Again, folks, we're going to have to be patient with that. Looks like it'll be arriving here around late Tuesday into the Wednesday or even Thursday time frame of next week. All right, so let's jump over here and let's talk about it with the latest model guidance of exactly what is going to be unfolding for us. First and foremost, we're talking about our rain chances. Again, I don't think it's going to be as numerous as yesterday, but you will note we do have these sporadic little random pop-up air mass storms across the region here as we work throughout the day. Vast majority of us should stay dry, but that being said, the storm roulette will be out there. You get caught underneath the downpour, just like what we saw yesterday. Excessive amounts of rainfall in a very short period of time, all right? Now, you will note after we work past the peak heating of this afternoon, we're basically going to be eradicating rain chances from the forecast all the way through the weekend. Now, we might have a stray isolated pop-up shower or maybe an isolated storm during the afternoon hours. But folks, looking at the ingredients within our atmosphere, our concern is definitely going to be lying within the dangerous heat that's going to be settling down in here, combined with the humidity, is just going to make it worse. After we get past today, the reason for the eradication of those rain chances is this mid and upper level ridge that's going to have a stranglehold right here across the region throughout the weekend. You can blatantly see where the ridge builds in, has its stranglehold grip right here across the Mississippi, Tennessee, and Ohio Valley, stretching out over to the Central Plains. And this is going to stay here in this location all the way through the end of the weekend, and then even into the early days of the new work week. Rolling into our Monday and Tuesday, we still have the upper ridge, but folks, you will note, take a look as we get into Tuesday morning. You're going to note the center of the ridge that's located here is going to retrograde westward and build over in this direction, opening up the door for a trough to carve out right here around the Midwest and the Great Lakes region. You can blatantly see that occurring by the time we roll into Tuesday and Wednesday, but definitely into Thursday and Friday of next week. The large ridge is here, the trough is digging in, and this is going to open up the door for this northwest flow to usher in one or potentially more cold fronts right here across the region. This is what we want to see, folks. If you want some relief that's in the forecast, we need that northwest flow to pour down in here and to bring a sense of relief for us to enjoy. Now, before we get that cold front in here, along with the uptick in rain chances by roughly the middle part of next week, this is where our primary concern lies. Here we are working into this afternoon. Heat indices at or exceeding 100 degrees. We continue on into our Saturday. It's only going to be even hotter and more humid as a result. And then we roll into our Sunday. It's the same song and dance. You all get the idea. We're rolling in here into a late summertime pattern that's going to keep a very firm grip on us here, at least over the course of the next 4 to 5 days. But again, keep your fingers crossed that hopefully we will receive some sense of relief with a cold front arriving during the early and middle part of next week. Now, it doesn't look like it's going to be overwhelming, but take a comparison of mid-90s for highs today all the way through Monday or even Tuesday of next week. By Wednesday into Thursday, we might be looking at highs around the mid and upper 80s. It's still going to be warm out there, but you're drastically going to be able to tell the difference with the air mass that we're going to be dealing with. So taking a look over here, this is what we are concerned with over the next several days. Very hot and muggy maximum heat index forecast for today, right around the 99 to 100 degree mark here in Bowling Green. 103 Saturday, 104 Sunday, 109 degrees Monday, Tuesday 107, and then we finally par down. The heat index values of 105 degrees plus is slated right there from Sunday into Tuesday of next week, and we definitely want to be aware of that. Still no concerns of severe weather. Again, any storm that gets going in this environment, we've got so much instability available in surface heating. We could have very efficient rain producers and frequent lightning and gusty winds, much like what we saw the past several days, but not everyone's going to get it. Just a few isolated pop-ups is the only thing out there that is expected. Models continue to curve what is currently Tropical Storm Erin off to the north and then peeling back off and out into the Atlantic and not making any impact on the U.S. mainland. Obviously, this is good news, folks, but as we've discussed, tropical cyclones simply have a mind of their own. The way they behave is somewhat erratically at times. Tropical Storm Erin is expected to become a hurricane here very, very shortly by the time we work into this afternoon, reaching major hurricane strength right around the pre-dawn hours of our Sunday morning, continue with that major hurricane label, lasting all the way through the early days of the new work week, all the way into Wednesday. But you'll see there, models continue to keep it well off of the East Coast, and hopefully that remains the case. Total rainfall forecast for the Wombles community and beyond, right around 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. And folks, I think the vast majority of this is going to be falling in the Tuesday to Thursday time frame of next week, whenever hopefully our cold front remains on track and arrives here over the north and west during that point in time. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast. We just said it, folks. We're going to beat you over the head with it a little bit more. Mid and upper 90s forecast for highs going through today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday of next week. Real-time readings in the mid and upper 90s will be realized Sunday all the way through Tuesday, with those heat indices pushing the 110 degree mark. And as promised, whenever we're expecting the cold front to arrive there, you can see on the last day of the 6-day forecast on Wednesday, scattered storm chances making an appearance to cool us off all the way down to 95 degrees during the peak heating of the afternoon. That's going to wrap up your Friday morning weather or not forecast, folks. It's been brought to you by none other than On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a great, cool, blessed week.